One of the things that I hear so often is that it's not the right time. When I look at this, I just want to respond with, when is the right time? What amount of time do you think that you have? And so when you're looking at creating something for yourself in your life, your business, something that you would absolutely love, how much time do you think that you have? And the reason that I ask that question, it's just a really honest question, is because at the end of the day, we're all sitting here with these invisible hourglasses behind our back, and not a single one of us has any idea how much sand is in that hourglass. We don't know if we have one more year or one more day or one more minute. We just don't know. We don't have that kind of power to see that. So when we look at delay, procrastination, pushing things off to the future, in whatever area of our business that we're doing that, whatever it is that we're being inspired to do, we're excited to grow in, that we're saying no to, that we're saying, you know what, I don't really want to take that step in my business right now. I'm probably going to do that in a few months. I think I'm probably going to do that in a couple of years. That's a future thing for me. How often do you find yourself putting something off to the future, knowing that someday never comes? My name's Krista Daneluz Vieira, and I run a program called The Thriving Yogipreneur, where I work with yoga teachers and studio owners to help them develop careers, lives, and businesses that they love. And one of the things that I find is that this delay tactic that we're using can push what might be a very innovative and exciting transition for a business, something that's really going to bring some fresh energy, pushing it into the unforeseeable future. And in the meantime, we end up continuing to do the things that we've always been doing. We might not be getting the results that we want to get. We might not be seeing the changes that we want to see. But the idea of doing something that's outside of our comfort zone can sometimes just be so uncomfortable that we say, I'm going to put that off. I really want to do it. I really want to create this new program for my students. I really want to offer this new workshop. I really want to expand my classes, but now is not the right time. Here's what I would love to do with you. I would love you to grab a pen and paper and just take a moment and jot down, when was the last time I said it's not the right time? How often am I pushing things off to the future? How often am I delaying things or not taking actions that I know that I need to take in order to grow my business, and I'm justifying it to myself while I'm doing it? I bet you there's even a couple of instances that you can think of within the last 3 months where you've put something off knowing that you're never going to do it. You've pushed it to the future. You've said, one day I'm going to do that. I'm for sure going to do that. But even as you're pushing it off in your mind or putting that piece of paper somewhere else, even as you're doing it, you know you're never going to do it. Let me know in the comments if you've had this happen to you. This is something that I used to deal with all the time because there was never a right time to do certain things. And when you're working for yourself as a yoga teacher or as a studio owner, you're inevitably going to have moments come up of conflict, or moments not necessarily of conflict with your students or anything like that, but moments where the business is going to ask you to grow. It's either create and go to the next level, or it's shrink back a little bit and go down. So business is always moving. Time is never stopping. So we're constantly in this potential to grow. We're constantly being asked to grow, because that's the only way forward, is to not stay as we are. We have to adapt, we have to shift, we have to change, while we reinforce the fundamentals of what's important within our business for ourselves and for the people that we serve. So take a moment and ask yourself, am I resisting growth in my business? Am I starting to push growth off to the future for that one day maybe when, instead of taking the action here today that I know is going to make a difference? Why am I not taking that action? Where is that coming from? So I hope that this is landing a little bit with you. Maybe as you start to go through some of these questions, you might find that there are some nuggets of truth in here. And maybe as you journal, you can also ask yourself, what if I took that action? What would happen? What would shift? What would change? What am I pushing off to the future, and why? Why am I putting it off to the future? What is the value in that? Where is that helping me? And there might be one or two really good reasons why you're not doing everything that you want to do in your business right now. There's something called process. There's something called really looking at what it is that your vision is for your business and making sure that you're not doing too much too soon. There's a natural progression for things. But oftentimes when we start to get uncomfortable, we start to see growth happening, we will push things off to the future. When we push it off to the future, we're not allowing ourselves to do the growth that's required here and now to even create that outcome in the future. So let me know if this landed for you today. What is it You can even go into the comments here. What is it that you would love to see happen in your business that you haven't been acting on, that you would love to see happen? What would you love? Go in and look at what it is that is inspiring you. What actions have you been putting off? What could you do today to start moving your vision for your business forward, or your vision for what it is that you would love in your yoga career forward? Is there a step that you haven't been taking? Have you been showing up live for people? Have you been nurturing your community? Have you been putting your workshops out there? What is it that you could do a little bit more of that would help to start move things forward? And if you find a big resistance to that, where is that coming from? So starting to look really honestly at where the holdup might be or where the procrastination is, because let me tell you something, you do not have time. Here in your business, you're creating this opportunity for growth. The growth is happening whether we want it to or not. As soon as you start moving forward, the ball doesn't stop rolling. That doesn't mean you need to get caught in the spokes, but it does mean that every moment is going to bring up an opportunity for you to look and say, what would I love? How can I navigate this from a place of calmness, from a place of grace, from a place of strength, and from a place of innovation inside, where I'm doing what I love, I'm responding to the things that are coming up, and I'm serving my community in new and unique ways all the time, because that's what the universe is asking. That's where the direction is going. So see if this lands with you, see if this resonates. Make sure that you get some of these questions down on paper. Start to ask yourself these questions. And I do have a business clarity toolkit for yoga teachers. It's in the comments. There's a link down there. Go click on that. It's completely free, and it'll give you some tips and tools on how you can start to create greater clarity in your business and really move forward, doing what you love, serving the people that really need your support and your services. So I hope that this was helpful. If it was, please go ahead and follow along, like this link, and we will see you very soon. Namaste.